Hello, 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 welcome back to Hunter Tune. Today I'm working on a Kawasaki Z125. I actually bought this bike from my buddy Nick, and he built this thing up, and he needed some cash because he's doing an LS swap on a G-body, and he wanted to just get rid of this thing quick, and he gave me a great deal on this thing. So I bought it, and I've never had a Z125, and I wanted to kind of play around with one, and this one already has some really good parts on it, so I thought that this would have been a good option to get into the Z125 to see what they're all about. So I bought this bike. I don't even know what year it is. It's like a 2018 or something like that. Z125 Kawasaki. It has a TB 143cc big bore kit, and it also has the TB V2 version 2 race cylinder head and cam and all that kind of stuff. It has a Yoshimura Grom exhaust that he modified to fit the Z. So you guys can see here it's got a lot of the TB parts on it, and then it's got this header going all the way back up to this RS9 Yoshimura muffler. It's also stretched and lowered. It's got MC lowering link on it, and then it's got these extensions off of the back. It's got a set of low pro handlebars, the race style bars. I actually just bought these grips for it. I only put this side on. I still have to put the other side on. I've been lazy. But I mean, this thing's got like an oil cooler, the whole 9 yards. It's pretty decked out. So it also is running on an A Racer Mini 5 ECU with the wideband, the A Racer wideband and everything like that. So I'm gonna dyno it completely stock, or completely as it is. The only thing I did to this bike since I got it was I went into the A Racer ECU and I changed the target air fuel around a little bit, and that's all I've done. So I'm going to see what this thing does. He also had some timing in it that I pulled out of the tune, so it's just stock timing right now, 13.0 air fuel, and we're just gonna see what it does. And then after I do this dyno run, I'm going to be installing this new exhaust that I bought for it. So I bought a Hindle pipe, and I want to compare to see if the Yoshimura or the Hindle makes more power. This Yoshimura high mount I want to put on one of my Groms. So that's kind of my idea. I was going to put a Hindle on this and then put the high mount on a Grom. I think I already have a bike that this exhaust is going to go onto. So the only other thing is I might check the valve clearance on it because it does sound a little bit noisy. Look at that LED lighting in the engine compartment. But if you listen, it sounds a little noisy. It's not bad, but I was just gonna make sure that the valve lash was not loose or anything like that. So might check that after we do our initial run, but let's see what this thing does as is right away. All right guys, we got the dyno set up. I wanna show you guys how this Yoshimura exhaust sounds. It sounds really good. All right, let's see what that did for horsepower. I did do 2 runs. I only filmed one of them, and it pretty much overlaid exactly. It did make a little bit more power on the first run when it was colder, but best run was 15.2 horsepower at 8,500 RPM, and you can see the power curve here comes up, makes some good power, 6, 7, 8,000, and then it just kind of flattens out. I'm hoping putting the Hindle on it, it'll pick up some power up top, because this torque or this power curve is really flat and I want it to just continue climbing. So, but yeah, not too bad. This little thing is a ripper. Little 2-valve 143 TB kit. So now we're going to take this Yoshimura exhaust off. We're going to put the Hindle on and see what the difference is there. Alright guys, so I just got the new Hindle exhaust system installed. A lot bigger diameter exhaust piping. O2 sensors in a slightly different spot. Yeah, I like it. Comes with this little bracket down there to mount it. I think it looks pretty nice. Let's see if it makes any difference on horsepower. It definitely sounds a lot louder. Not a lot louder, but it's loud. So, very interesting. The Hindle did make more power. Quite a bit, actually. I did have the A-Racer just auto-tuning, and initially you could tell that the setup was really rich down low, and it was lean up top, which tells me it's making less power down low, but more up top. And the dyno curve says the same exact thing. So you can see this bluish green or whatever, and then this is the gray line. This gray line is the Hindle, and then these are the ones with the Yoshimura. Best run here, 16.4 horsepower compared to 15.2, so over 1 horsepower just from an exhaust. Virtually no tuning at all done, but it did lose, let's see here, below like 7,000 RPM or below 6,500, it's down. It's only making 10.5 horsepower at, 6,000 RPM. And before with the Yosh, it was making 11.7. So we lost that little over 1 horsepower below 7,000 RPM, but gained up top. So this thing's gonna scream up top compared to before. When I was riding the bike, it really did feel pretty grunty down low, but it just felt like it nosed over up top. And I could even tell on the dyno, like the thing kind of kicked me in the pants at like 7,500. Like it just sounds like it kind of comes to life up there. I think this thing with some porting in the head would really wake up. That's like 11,000 RPM. I don't know what these little Z125 engines can take, crank-wise and stuff like that, but I'm pretty happy with that result right there. I really think it's going to be noticeable. So, let me know what you guys think of this little video. Have a great night and a better tomorrow. God bless, and stay safe out there, guys.